Hi everybody, this is Nick Bethard, and I'm going to chat a little bit about this new live stream platform that we've put together. The idea behind this thing is to give people something simple, easy to set up, and easy to use so that a host club can provide a nice quality live stream with graphics, enhancements, and capabilities to make the viewing experience at home for dog sports better. A couple of notes before we get into things too much. Big thing, the host club needs to provide a stable internet connection. That's absolutely critical. We need to have a good uplink speed. We recommend 10 megabits per second or better. Host club also needs to provide a PA system, a video camera with HDMI out, and volunteers to run the camera and the graphics system. So at least 2 volunteers. If you don't want to use graphics, then you can just have 1 volunteer running the camera. Easy. So let's get into it. So what you see on the screen right now is what we call a slate. And the intent of this thing is to give you a static image that you could predefine and throw up on the screen at times of transition. So like during field changeover or in between pairs or in between dogs, so that the viewers don't have to sit there and look at judges shuffling through papers or an empty field or whatever. And it just gives something, a nice graphic to look at. Now we can switch to HDMI input coming from the camera, and you'll see something very different. So as I mentioned, we've got graphic support. So, and I'm not actually connected to a camera. I'm just connected to a computer playing a video file, just as kind of an example. And but you can see we've got the system set up for and getting ready for the Mideast Regional Championship. So we've got the Mideast Regional Championship logo in the upper left. We've got the host club logo in the upper right. And we've got lower third graphics down at the bottom that have name, handler name, dog name, and score information. And that score information is tied to a Google Sheets that you just need to keep updated as you go through, your competition. The information that you see on the screen is just dummy information left over from AWMA Nationals last year, just to give you an idea. And updating that information in real time is really, really easy. So here on the screen, you can see we've got an emulator of our button interface. So this is actually a physical button interface that is part of the system. So sits on the tabletop. You don't have to have it open on a computer or anything. But in this button interface, what you can see is a bunch of controls. You see a keypad, you see some HDMI selections, you see some levels, and some other things. So just to talk about the graphics and how easy it is to change the graphics, we're going to look up by catalog number. So we're going to clear this value. And if we want to look up catalog 5, we just hit 5 and then look up and give it a handful of seconds, and it will go to the spreadsheet and update all of that information. And we can clear that and we can switch to a different one. Let's say catalog 30, and we do the same thing, and we can see after another handful of seconds that information gets updated. So that's pretty cool. We can also enable or disable all of the graphics individually or altogether. So like if we want to get rid of the lower third, we can just click that and the lower third goes away. We can also make logos go away, or we can bring them all back, right? Easy peasy. Very, very easy interface. We can also adjust audio levels of the camera input and the mic input up and down. We can mute things, we can unmute things, all of that stuff. And we get a few little like status information things as well. We've also got some nice functionality because part of this system is a wireless mic, which is actually the microphone that I'm talking to you through right now. And this mic is intended to be given to the judge for critiques or, somebody running the field for announcements, all of that kind of stuff. This mic has an output that goes to the local PA system so that the people in the stadium venue can hear what's being spoken into the mic. But when it goes into this system, there's some automatic functionality so that as soon as somebody starts talking into the mic, it mutes the audio coming from the camera. So the viewers at home can get a real clear audio from the judge's critique or the announcements or whatever. And then as soon as the mic is turned off or the judge or whoever stops talking for 10 seconds, then that camera audio is going to automatically come back. So that's going to give a really nice, easy experience without the people running the system having to do a whole lot other than just hand the mic around. Like I said, we've got all of the graphics support, and we try to make this thing as easy to use as possible. And the main thing is, again, just making sure that there's good internet and then keeping that spreadsheet up to date. So hopefully we'll see some championships using this system and giving everybody a much better live stream experience moving forward.